Hello all. In our previous video, we had seen the basics of transistor biasing and concepts of operating point. In this video, we will do the analysis of transistor biasing. So let's get started. This is the NPN-CE configuration of the transistor. Here VBB and VCC are the biasing potentials. VBE is the input voltage, VCE is the output voltage. When we apply input signal, it should be faithfully reproduced at the output without any loss. So the operating point of the transistor should be in the active region. We have two operating points. The first one is the input operating point and the second one is the output operating point. So the input operating point is nothing but the coordinate obtained from the intersection of input characteristics with the load line for the particular value of VCE. So first we will analyze the input operating point. For that, we need the input characteristics of the amplifier. So it is drawn between VBE and IB. So this resembles little bit like the diode's characteristic. So it is for the particular value of VCE. Now the point of intersection between the load line and the characteristics is the input operating point. We have to find the coordinates of this load line, that is here P1 and P2. So load line is nothing but a line drawn on the characteristic between 2 points P1 and P2. We have to find that 2 points P1 and P2. To find that points, first we will apply KVL at the input side of the transistor. So when you apply KVL, you will get VBB minus IBRB minus VBE equal to 0. So when you see the characteristics, so the point P1 will have some value at x-axis and 0 at y-axis, and the point P2 will have 0 at x-axis and some value at y-axis. So we can get the point P1 by applying IB equal to 0, and we will get the point P2 when we substitute VBE equal to 0 in the equations. So let's substitute VBE equal to 0 here. Then we will get IB equal to VBB by RB. When you substitute IB equal to 0, you will get VBE equal to VBB. So the points are P1 is nothing but VBB comma 0, and point P2 is nothing but 0 comma VBB by RB. Now we had find out the points. So we can find out the point of intersection between this characteristics and the load line. This is our input operating point. Let us name this input operating point as VBEQ and IBQ. That is, operating point has the coordinate, input operating point has the coordinate VBEQ comma IBQ. Okay. Now let's analyze the output operating point. So the output operating point is the coordinates obtained by the intersection of load line with the output characteristics for the Q point value of IB. Okay. So for that, first we will draw the output characteristics. So the output characteristic is the characteristics drawn between VCE and IC, keeping IB as constant 1. So we will have different values of characteristics. For the different value of IB, we will have different characteristics. For suppose, let this be IBQ. Okay. So this is the load line which is drawn between point P1 and P2, and this is our point of intersection. This is our Q point of the transistor. We have to find this Q point. So to find this Q point, we have to find the point P1 and P2. So for that, apply KVL at the output side of the loop. So when you apply KVL, you will get VCC minus ICRC minus VCE equal to 0. Okay. So if you see, P1 will have So P1 will have some value at x-axis, 0 at y-axis, and P2 will have 0 at x-axis and some value at y-axis. We can get this value by substituting VCE and or IC equal to 0 in the equation. So for suppose if we apply VCE equal to 0, we will get IC equal to VCC by RC, and when you substitute VCE IC equal to 0, you will get VCE equal to VCC. So this point P1 will be VCC comma 0 and point P2 is nothing but 0 comma VCC by RC. Now the point of intersection, we call it as the Q point of the transistor. This Q point of the transistor should be in the active region of the transistor. Okay. So this operating point should be in the middle for the faithful amplification. Once the operating point is set, it should not change. The operating point may change because of collector current. So when there is change in the collector current, there will be change in the operating point. So when the collector current changes, when beta of the transistor changes, the collector current changes. That is, we know that IZ equal to beta into IB. So when the beta of the transistor changes, collector current changes. When the collector current changes, the operating points also changes. So when the beta changes, when the beta will increase, when there is the change in the temperature. So the requirement is the temperature stability should be provided for the stable operating point. Okay. So in our next video, we will see different types of biasing existing in the transistor configuration. Till then, stay connected.